onda, Chukis? Yo soy Ari Mesa y si a ti te gustan los crímenes y lo paranormal, este es tu canal. Pues el día de hoy les traigo un top 5 de las mejores o más aterradoras confesiones de los asesinos en serie, que pues quienes al parecer hablan directo, sin miedo y que uno podría pensar que no tienen corazón. Así que aquí les traigo las que para mí representan las 5 confesiones más aterradoras.
You know, I was just wondering how you're going to be, you know, at 9:30 tomorrow morning. Are you prepared?
I'm prepared. I'm all right. I'm all right with it.
How?
I'm all right with it, but like I said, remember, let them know that I know that the cops knew who I was. After Richard Mallory died, I left prints everywhere, and they covered it up. And let me kill the rest of those guys to turn me into a serial killer. I know they did, because I was no professional serial killer or anything. I don't know, murderer or whatever you want to call it. You know, I wasn't special at what I was doing.
Eileen,
did some sloppy work, you know. And I left
have you?
and they were using sonic pressure on my head since 1997.
Sonic
And every time I was trying to write something, I think they had some kind of eye in the cell. I'm not sure, but every time I started writing something, it went up higher. So I'm thinking that probably had the TV rigged. The TV or the mirror, something was rigged. The guy was attempted murder and everything. I had to wash all my food off. And then one day I didn't wash my food off, and I was sick for 3 weeks, almost died.
But you're okay now.
I'm okay. I'm okay. God is going to be there. Jesus Christ is going to be there. All the angels and everything. And, you know, whatever's on the beyond. I think it's going to be more like Star Trek, beaming me up into a space vehicle, man. Then I move on, recolonize to another planet or whatever. But it's whatever's the beyond. I know it's going to be good because I didn't do anything as wrong as they said. I did the right thing.
You to kill the 7
And I'm
men.
telling you, because the cops let me keep killing them, Nick. Don't you get it?
Not everybody is killing 7 people. So there must have been something in you that was getting you to do that.
Oh, you are lost, Nick.
So
I was a
explain.
hitchhiking hooker.
Right.
Running into trouble. I'd shoot the guy if I ran into trouble. Physical trouble. The cops knew it. When the physical trouble came along, let her clean the streets. And then we'll pull her in.
But
That's
how come
why.
there was so much physical trouble? Because it was all in 1 year. 7 people in 1
Oh,
year.
well.
Tell me in a sentence who you are. Nobody. I'm nobody. I'm a tramp, a bum, a hobo. I'm a boxcar and a jug of wine. And a straight racer if you get too close to me. I don't want to take my time going to work. I got a motorcycle and a sleeping bag and 10 or 15 girls. What the hell I want to go off and go to work for? Work for what? Money? I got all the money in the world. I'm the king, man. I run the underworld, guy. I decide who does what and where they do it at. When am I going to run around and act like I'm some teeny bopper somewhere for somebody else's money? I make the money, man. I roll the nickels. The game is mine. I deal the cards. Believe me, if I started murdering people, there'd be none of you left.
I did a shot of dope. It was the best feeling I ever had in my life. And the first time I killed somebody, it was such a rush. And it was just like that shot of dope. Every time I did it, it was that rush again. And I started chasing that high.
How many people have you killed?
Lord, I don't know. I don't know.
10?
Yeah,
20?
probably.
30?
It's up there.
50?
But see, I'm not Billy the Kid making notches on my holster, so I know it's been a lot. When you look at me, you know what hate is. I know what love is. Two words I don't like to use is love and sorry, because I'm about hate.
What are you thinking and feeling when you kill someone?
It's just like that drug. I'm after that drug again. I don't have a on and off switch. I'm just after that drug.
I wonder if you could just tell me what happened as you were killing her. Did she give birth to a baby?
You know, you push and you love.
I'm sorry.
Let's not get into blood and guts, because that's what you're trying to get into.
You also killed children.
Some get killed, yes.
Now, why would that happen?
I didn't want them to live through the pain I lived through.
Do you remember the little girl who survived?
Yes. There's not a day that goes by that I don't think about her.
What did you do to her, sir?
Her neck was cut
How did you do that?
with a knife.
Do you have anything to say to her, the little girl who survived?
I guess you'll relay this message too. What's your name?
Martin?
Martin?
Yes. Can I call you Tommy?
Oh, without a doubt. I don't think she really wants to hear what I got to say.
So what if I called you something that you didn't like? And you'd think about killing me?
Well, if we was in a fight and you'll get your head down in the concrete, then, you know, so be it. But,
What happens when my head goes down to the concrete?
well, what do you think happens? It cracks like a coconut.
And then what happens?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You killed your mother. And why did you kill her?
She wasn't taking care of my family.
Meaning you and your brother?
Yeah.
And so because she wasn't taking care of you and your family, you decided to kill her. Did you think about discussing it with her instead of killing her?
I didn't think it would do anything.
You thought it won't do any good to talk to her, so I'll just kill her. When did you decide to kill your mother?
I decided the day I did it.
And the method you chose was what?
Beating her to death.
And you beat her to death with what?
Sledgehammer.
And how many times did you hit her with the sledgehammer?
I don't remember.
About. Did you hit her once, or did you hit her 10 times or 100 times?
I'd say about 20 times.
Was this a 3-pound sledgehammer, 5-pound sledgehammer?
I don't know.
Heavy.
Yeah.
Way bigger than a hammer. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And where did you hit her?
In the head.
Where was she when you did this?
She was in her room.
What was she doing?
She was asleep.
Okay, so your mother was asleep in her room, and you opened the door and went in there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Why kill her that night? Why not kill her a week earlier or a week later? Something made that night the night.
I had enough.
You had enough? Did you stand there and look at her for a minute before you did it?
Yeah.
Did you say goodbye to her in your mind?
No.
And when you swung that hammer the first time, did you swing it hard?
Yes.
I mean, was this a big swing from over your head? Did she make a noise?
I could just hear the hammer hitting her head.
And what did it sound like?
There was this wet thumping sound.
Yeah. How long before you hit her the second time?
Just a few seconds.
Did you think she was already dead?
She woke up and she started seizing up.
Did she look at you?
Looked into her eyes, but she didn't look at me.
If I understand you correctly, you're positive you killed more than 50 people, and
Definitely.
you think you probably killed more than 100 people.
Definitely.
You're sure of that one,
Definitely.
but not sure it's more than 200.
I wouldn't say definitely to that.
Maybe yes, maybe no.
I would say less than 200 people.
Well, you tell me.
It's not less than 200 people.
You killed more than 200 people.
Sure. Yep. I killed basically 100 people when I was a young man, before I even knew anybody. One part of my life, I killed people for nothing. Just for somebody to look at me wrong, I would kill them. Stab them, shoot them.
You tended to shoot people up close and personal.
Definitely. I wanted to tell them just before they left. I wanted to say goodbye.
Did you like to look them in the eye?
I wanted them looking straight at me. This was a long way away. The distance we are now. We were close. I take it to them. But the last thing they ever saw was me. And if they carry that glimpse to eternity, infinity, or whatever it is, they're going to be thinking of me all that time. I'd be looking in their eyes. I would see the blankness come over it. I'd watch them die. I just didn't shoot them and walk away. I saw the surprise, the shock, the blank. They're gone. And all I saw was my reflection. But that's it.
Did you have a favorite place you'd like to shoot?
A favorite?
Yeah.
Well, most of the time, if you're up close, you shoot them under the chin. You would shoot them. Shot a guy one time in his Adam's apple. See how long it would take him to die.
How long did it take?
A few minutes. He drowned, actually. He didn't.
Drowned in his blood.
I was with somebody else. We had a $50 bet. I lost.
You thought he'd go faster, huh?
Yes.
What did you want him to think as they died?
Just see my pretty face. If I were to beat somebody up, it would do nothing for me. If I knocked him down and stepped over him, that's why you see it doesn't bother me. I don't care to hurt anybody. It does nothing for me, killing someone else.
But you could never get a feeling out of it.
I never got one, though. It was disappointing. That's when I figured I must be crazy. Because I figured some of them should have some kind of a feeling. Something.
Si les gustó el video denle like, suscríbanse y compartan.